The alley reeked of damp concrete and desperation, but Karen barely noticed. Her heels clicked furiously as she stormed toward the police cruiser parked at the corner of 5th and Maple. Her phone call had been swift, her voice dripping with indignation as she reported, that filthy vagrant, camped outside her boutique. She'd had enough of his cardboard shelter, his unkempt beard, his existence tarnishing her perfect storefront. But what burned in her chest wasn't just annoyance, it was a righteous fury. How dare he invade her space? Tom, the homeless man, wasn't invisible to everyone. The barista at the corner cafe slipped him coffee when the manager wasn't looking. Kids tossed him half-eaten sandwiches, giggling as he thanked them with a gravelly voice. But to Karen, he was a blight, a stain on her curated world. That morning she'd snapped. Before calling the cops, she'd grabbed a bag of trash from her shop coffee grounds, wilted flowers, greasy wrappers, and dumped it over his sleeping form. "Get out!" she'd hissed, watching him flinch awake, bewildered. She didn't see the patrol car idling across the street, its dashcam rolling. Now Officer Daniels stood between them, his face a mask of barely contained disgust. "Ma'am," he said, voice low, "you reported a trespasser. Care to explain why we have footage of you assaulting this man?" Karen froze, her manicured nails digging into her palms. The alley seemed to shrink, the walls closing in as Tom's tired eyes met hers, not with anger, but with a quiet, piercing sorrow. "I didn't," she stammered, but the officer cut her off. "We saw it. All of it." The crowd gathered, phones out, whispers turning to murmurs. Karen's face burned. She'd built her life on control-perfect displays, perfect outfits, perfect reputation. Now it unraveled in the glare of a dozen eyes. Tom coughed, wiping grime from his cheek. "I just wanted a place to sleep," he said, voice cracking. "Didn't mean to bother nobody." The simplicity of his words hit like a fist. Karen's mind raced. She could lie, deflect, play the victim. But the dashcam, the witnesses, the truth. "You think you're better than him?" Daniels pressed, stepping closer. "You think you get to decide who belongs?" Karen's lips parted, but no words came. She saw her reflection in a nearby shop window, flushed, disheveled, exposed. The crowd's murmurs grew louder, judgmental. She wanted to scream, to run, but her feet were lead. Tom, meanwhile, gathered his tattered blanket, his dignity somehow intact despite the filth she'd poured on him. The officer scribbled in his notepad. "You're lucky he's not pressing charges," he said. "But we are." Karen's world tilted. A citation for assault, maybe worse. Her boutique, her status, her carefully crafted life all at risk. Tom shuffled away, disappearing into the city's pulse, while Karen stood alone, the weight of her actions crushing her. She'd wanted justice, but all she'd sown was shame. The alley emptied, leaving only the echo of her choices. What was right? What was fair? The line blurred in the harsh light of consequence. Was Karen the villain? Or was the system that let Tom fall through the cracks just as guilty? Share your thoughts. Where does justice end and vengeance begin? What does this say about our community?